Officer, don't shoot. I got no weapon on me, please. Officer, don't shoot. And I know I be strike, 'cause you never live twice. Look into the sky, it's gonna be alright. Baby, dry your eyes, 'cause this is life.
My fellow Americans, happy President's Day. Of course, if you don't know who I am, I'm Carl Anthony, and I'm running for president. If you don't know it, I'm running every time for at least the next 3 to 4 times. So I'm running in 2024. If you haven't heard it announced, yes, I am running for president in 2024 as an independent. Initially, I'm going to set up write-in votes, and I'm going to start a petition to get the actual 10% in each state I need to be put on the ballot in each state. That's why I'm starting so early, 2 years now, because I want to be able to get stuff going and get stuff knocked out and built up enough to actually get me on the ballot instead of starting last minute. Like my previous 2 runs, they were very last minute, and this time I want to start early. Normally, I have a video where I actually talk about like all the different things that I have down on the script, the specific list, and all my plans. But today, I wanted to talk about my haters. The people that say all these reasons of why I shouldn't be the president, why I can't be the president, why I don't deserve to be the president, why I am not capable of presidency. And they're what I call distractions, throw-offs, excuses. So let's deal with the facts. The fact is, to run for president of the United States, you have to be over 35 years old and a United States American. That's it. Just a citizen. That's it. They've designed the job for that specific purpose. You don't have to have any degree or be educated or run this or have that or have money. No, you don't have to have any of those. Those are none of the other requirements. Over 35, United States citizen. That is the requirement. And it really frustrated me because I'm going to tell you about a bunch of the things that I get when people are concerned about, even if people like my policies, even if people like me. What are the reasons they're going to use to say, no, I can't vote for this guy, this American, this 46-year-old man? It's ridiculous when you think about it. But anyway, one of those first things is a person told me, man, you're not qualified to be the president. And I was just like, okay. I said, well, do you know the qualifications to run for president? This person, of course, said no. Said no. Well, I told him what they were, which is 35, United States citizen. I said, so I'm qualified there. And then he's like, well, all the other presidents, they was in politics for a very long time. And I was like trying to explain to him, he's like, and you're just trying to be president out the box. And I said, well, this is the thing. The reason I don't want to run for other positions in my early political career, I just want to go for the gusto, is because once you're a city councilman or a congressman or a state senator, you get all these friends. You get all these Republican and Democrat friends. And then over your career, over 5 to 10 years, they help you rise up and get through the ranks. And then when you get a bigger position, guess who's shown into your face when it's time to do something and you need help to achieve your actual policy? Those same people that helped you. So you get tainted by this process. So I told him, well, Donald Trump was never in politics and he still won and ran president. We did not go into World War III. The world didn't end. Everything's pretty much as it would be, even if probably Biden would have won. Or Hillary Clinton, I guess who it was, would have won initially. When it should have been really Mr. Sanders, but that's a whole nother story. Whole nother story about Bernie. Because, they punked him and then he sold out now. But anyway, he's like, okay, well, no, but he's run all those companies all those years. I said, so you're telling me, because he was born to a very rich daddy who gave him everything he needed, the best schools, everything he had, every company he ever got, he got $1 million as a young man to get himself started from his pops. How could he be tougher and sturdier than I? He told you himself, I don't even know what to do. And any rich businessman will tell you this. You don't really need to know the business, but you hire people that do. Secondarily, the president's job is not pencil pushing. You are the CEO of a corporation called the United States of America. Your job is to be a communicator between the Congress and the American people and the American people and Congress and between the United States and the rest of the international world. That is my job. My job is to lead where we are going. My job is to have vision. My job is to have goals. My job is to withhold standards. My job isn't to sign, dot, and print laws. My job is to not dictate. Okay? So that's why that's stupid. So that's one thing that I didn't appreciate. I also do have 2 degrees. One in software technology, the other in graphic design, bachelor's in print media. I'm also a mixologist, a licensed bartender, so I can remember over 200 drinks. I'm also special computers, a musician, a producer, a comedian, a singer, an actor. Basically, I'm Jesus, but that's a whole nother thing. So that's one for my haters right there. Not qualified, so that's dead. Don't ever say it again. What's the other one? They said, well, Carl, you're single. You got no wife, man. You got to have the wife and the kids and the dog. And I was just like, well, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, I would 100% agree because the majority of American families were 2-parent home families. Well, if you saw the last census, 60% of American homes are single-parent homes. I am America's president. America is single. They out there living their best life. They out there on girls' trips. The brothers out there going to the Dominican Republic. Ain't nobody together. 70% of the people in the African American community happen out of wedlock. It's about 50 to 40% around the rest of the country. 60% of this entire country is single parent homes. That means the majority of America is single. One reason why that's not a good argument. Reason number 2, why I consider it a weak argument. All the other presidents before me had a wife, had a kid, had a family, right? So he had to actually hold up to those obligations of being a husband and being a father and still doing those things. I would be a single man with nothing to do but work on fixing my real girlfriend, my wife, America. That's what I would do. You know that 3 o'clock in the morning call, they say, oh, who's going to answer the phone at 3 a.m.? And it's like some old dude, like, what is it? You want him answering the phone? You want these old dudes tired from dealing with their kids and their wife all day answering the phone at 3 a.m.? You know what I'm going to be doing at 3 a.m.? I'm already going to be up on the phone like, yo, Putin, hold on for a second. I got Xminidad on line 2. Well, fire up the plane, get me some coffee. We're out of here, baby. That's what I'll be doing for 48 years. Stomping down and really running this place like the true business. You get these so-called businessmen, but they're out there running around playing golf all day and kissing pretty women. That's what they do. They don't work. And I'm going to work. I'm going to be your first real working man president. So, another reason why that is not an issue. Another reason why the family aspect is an issue. Now, we know that you have your conspiracy theorists, tin hat guys, you know, your JFK situations, getting calls in the night, things happening to you because you push certain policy, you know, threats to your family, your kids, things like that. Well, guys, I don't have any kids to threaten. I don't have a wife to threaten. My mothers, my sisters, my whole family, they're all like 60 years old and up. 58, 55, 50. I mean, nothing, it's hard to say, but they've lived their life. You're gonna start threatening old people? So they have nothing they can hold on me. They would literally have to put a bullet in my face to end my goals. So remember that. Another reason why me being single is bomb for me being the president. Yeah, I give you something for the kids. That's bomb. Or lit. I guess that's what they say now. But I am no savage. I am your president. So that's that. You're not married. What is another one that I get? Ooh, this is the one that I get that it kind of scares me that as powerful and as aggressive and tough and smart as Americans are, man, we will really chump up when it comes to dealing with the government, politics, and the media. They said, well, even if we supported you on Facebook and the internet like they did for Trump and pushed you on social media and we all liked and shared you, well, the main media would make you lose anyway. And I said, so how are they going to make you lose? I said, there's nobody with an M16 at the voting station. You can mail in your votes. If I don't do anything crazy that they can put on film, they can't just start lying about me right out in the open with, I got 200 million Americans on my back. What are you talking about? But you're so scared of it. You're so fearful. You got two parties that do the same thing, both helping to run a Ponzi scheme. One group does it with what they call trickle-down economics, and that is the Republicans. They want to give all the companies and the corporations all the money and then think they'll be nice enough to pay you guys what you deserve, which is actually $22 an hour instead of the 15 you're getting. But that's a whole nother story. But as you notice, that's not working, and that's why they have doubled and tripled their money during this pandemic, because they're keeping all your money. We're making money, we're producing. They're keeping it. And that's a whole other story. Now you have the Democrats who, those are our guys, they're all for the rights, they're all fun, whatever, down for the homies, even though they've never done a thing for African Americans since civil rights. Let's be honest. And whatnot, not since 1965, and we got a slap on the hand. You get what I mean? But these guys do what's called trickle-up economics, which I believe is actually the proper form of economics. What it is you pay the people what they deserve, maybe even more, and the people will go out and spend at the rich people's companies, and the rich people will get the money anyway. You know, and I know, you put $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in the average American's pocket, that bad boy's gone in a couple of months. We're planning trips, we're buying cars, we're paying old bills, we're getting caught up on stuff. We're not like rich people just stacking up money to die on. Because that's what the 0.1% of America who has 80 to 90% of all the money, that's what they do. They got money to die on, man. They got money that they can spend $100,000 a month after their bills are already paid and it not be a problem. I've seen it. You don't have any idea how much money the real rich people. Everybody on Instagram is fronting. 80% of America makes $40,000 to $50,000 a year. Everybody on Instagram is not the 0.1%. They really got money. You wouldn't believe it. You'd be angry if you know how much money some of these people have. And these two guys, they have their two different ways, but they both play the same game. Because when the Democrats, they want to help you out and give you their policies, they add the stuff for the school. They add the stuff for the kids. They add the stuff to help with minority rights. But what they don't do is they don't take away the extra stuff for the corporations. They don't take away the extra stuff for the rich guys. And so that's why the Republicans say, the Democrats always mess up the money. Because the Democrats just spend both. They give rich people money and they try to do stuff socially to make us feel better. And we're not. And then the Republicans are like, no, we're just going to give rich guys stuff. And everybody else, you just fight it out and pull yourself up by your bootstraps. I despise these two people because they all still give the rich guy stuff and rob us blind. One gives us a pat on the shoulder while they rob us. The other guy sticks a gun in our face. These are the two parties you have to stop giving votes to. And I'm not just talking for me. I'm talking nationally, mayoral races, your local elections. Never give them another vote again. You want to drain the swamp? 4 to 8 years. Just vote for independent third-party people. And that's how you do that. So this is the problem with that. So I'm done with raving about that. What is it next? The media situation, which I was on. There's nobody that's going to stop you. It is free to like. It is free to share. It is free to tell your brother and your sister and your friends all about any candidate you like. Even find other candidates like me in your area, in your neighborhood, that has ideas that you believe in, and you support them. Don't support the guys that are paid off and in too deep. No. Keep your... No. And then when we get in, we fix our cities, we fix our states, and then we fix our country. And that's how you do that. And the media can't do anything about it. There is 400 million of us. It's only probably about 10,000 people, 100,000 at most in all media and entertainment. You scared of 100,000 people? And there's 400 million of us? Please. So that media thing, it shows the cowardice that they built into us, that we fear people who just can't really carry our jock straps to keep it serious. So remember that. So that media thing, another load of chutzpah and whatnot. As far as actually winning the states, you vote for me, I can win. I win enough states, I win the presidency. There's no question about that. What is another one that I get from the haters? Oh, this right here. You see it? The hair. You can't be taken seriously just like this. You don't look businesslike. Do I not look businesslike? You should see it when it's up in a bun, like one of those high cute buns. Oh, I look gorgeous. I'm pretty much a fashion model. I'm 6'4", 200 pounds, and I'm in phenomenal shape. And yes, I have a six-pack. I look way better than Barack is on the beach. You guys will be excited. So, the hair's not gonna fly for me. No excuse. I understand international policy, domestic policy, economics, education, sociology, psychology, and I want to be and will be your president of the United States one day. We're on a time clock, guys. On this President's Day, I want to warn you. When you're running a Ponzi scheme of sorts where all you do is raise the debt limit, print more money every time your bills are due. They've been doing this for about 100 years. 100 years they've been doing this. Eventually, it's going to come to a head. The stock market keeps going up, it's coming to a head. That's why they always got to pause it or shut down the government or vote for something new or print more money or sell more bonds. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're taking new money to pay old bills. It's a Ponzi scheme. And we are the cattle for it. And they won't pay us. At least let us make money with you, dog. Nope. They're taking it all for themselves. And I want you to remember that when you look at the economics, you see everything. I can explain the economy to you real simple. When they say they're printing more money, it's like they're putting water in a liquor bottle at a bar, and they're the only people really getting drunk while the rest of us are getting handed watered down drinks. And that is your paycheck. That is why you see gas going up almost, 500% since the 90s? It was $1 in the 90s. It's $4 or $5 right now. But yet, rich people are getting richer and staying ahead of the curve, and we're getting poor and staying behind it. Wages have stagnated since the 70s. Right after civil rights, right after women's lib, when we flooded the job market with minorities and women, they decided to pay one person less because they had more people to work for them. And they knew we would fight over the jobs to show our independence. And then they're taking all the rest of the money and keeping it for themselves. Any other things that my haters say and whatnot? Well, I'm educated, I speak well, I have a control over my mouth and sense, I'm stern, focused. So I don't think any of those things is going to be a problem. I look dang good in a suit. So that's a good thing. And I'm ambitious, and I really want this, guys. Not just for me, but I want this all over the country. Especially African Americans, because you know they're going to ask me about that. Well, you can't say that no more. We have Barack Obama and Kamala Harris. So I guess the whole black thing's done. Unless you're still racist after all that. What do you want me to do? Jesus Christ. Anyway, by the way, Barack did terrible. I just want to say that just to get that off the chest. Even though I voted for him twice, he played me. They played me, man. I've been getting played by Democrats for 30 years. But I'm not going to go jump to the Republicans. Matter of fact, while we're here today, let's talk about that on this President's Day. About the African American side of America, as we have fought in every war. You look up your history. African Americans have saved America's backside in war about 4 times when we were at the brink of losing. We've put the blood down. We've laid the pain. We've put the effort and the work in.
Don't shoot. I got no weapon on me, please. Officer, don't shoot. And I know I'll be strike, 'cause you never live twice. Look into the sky, it's gonna be alright. Baby, dry your eyes.